Hello everyone, Happy New Year. I don't think we saw each other or you watched me this year. It's January 2021, still lockdown. We haven't got rid of this yet. And I just wanted to speak a little bit more about Romanian culture, namely Romanian poetry. On the 15th of January, Romanians celebrate National Culture Day. And actually the 15th of January, is the day where the Romanian poet Mihai Eminescu was born. Mihai Eminescu is considered the national poet for both Romania and the Republic of Moldova. And we like to compare his contribution to the national literature and his genius to that of Shakespeare, without false modesty. Romanian poet, novelist and journalist Mihai Eminescu was born on the 15th of January, as I was saying, 1850 in Moldova or Moldavia. This time Moldova, which is part of Romania, which, as I think I mentioned in one of the previous videos, is in the northeastern part. And he was born in one specific place near the town of Botoșani. Mihai Eminescu was one of the most prolific and popular poets of his age, and he published actually his first poem when he was only 16. Obviously, he wrote many poems and short stories, but his enduring masterpiece is considered to be the work Luceafărul, which is translated, well, actually one of its translation is the evening star. Okay. Well, his name, Mihai Eminescu's real name was Mihai Eminovich. He studied in Vienna, and in Vienna he became acquainted with the European literary trend of Romanticism and also with the works of philosophers such as Schopenhauer. And obviously these ideas, Schopenhauer's ideas including, influenced later on his works. This romantic inspiration led to poetry which also incorporated in a most exquisite way reinterpreted traditional narratives of the Romanian and not only Balkanic, I could say, myths, fables, alongside with metaphysical elements. Now, I know it sounds so complicated when we talk about poetry, and Mihai Eminescu has some of the most polished poems, if I could say so, and deepest when it comes to the ideas contained in poems, yes. But if you ask any Romanian who went to school in Romania, or at least I would like to believe this, that if you ask a Romanian who went to school in Romania, they will all have a favorite poem or at least a favorite stanza written by Eminescu. In my case, function of how I feel, whether I'm in a philosophical or patriotic or melancholical mood, I would change my favorite poems. I will have a different favorite poem, okay? And because now I'm not in Romania, and I miss my grandparents' village so much, and I also miss the feelings that I have, that I lived there, my favorite poem today is Sara pe deal, which is translated, well, one of the translations can be or could be dawn on the hills or sunset on the hills, and it sounds like that. This is one of the poems, the books, and this is Mihai Eminescu's photos. And the first stanza in Sara pe deal sounds like this. Sara pe deal, buciumul sună cu jale, turmele-l urc, stelele scapără în cale, apele plâng, clar izvorând din fântâne, sub un salcâm, dragă, mă aștepți tu pe mine. This is just the first stanza, and I know obviously those of you who know very little Romanian will probably not understand much of this, but because of that I'm going to give my free translation. I don't want to breach any laws regarding copyright, so I'm going to give my free translation. I'm sorry, you have to forgive me for not thinking of the rhymes properly. At dawn you can hear horns playing sadly on the hills. Herds are climbing them, stars are shining, lighting the way. Springs are weeping, sparkling in the wells. and under an acacia tree, you, my beloved, are waiting for me. Well, that was it for today. We can say we are very happy that Eminescu was born ever, that he lived and that he gave us such a rich part of the culture. Take care of you. See you next time. La rivedere.